Hey, good morning, friends. Today is Wednesday, February the 12th, 2025, and the time now is 7:53 a.m. So, friends, I want to talk briefly about one of the most prominent, the most significant reality or cases of humiliation that I believe the rest of the world have seen, throughout the course of history. And it happens just this week, within the past few days. The Jordanian king, King Abdullah, greeted, or visited Donald Trump in the White House. Now, friends, the conversation that were had, the most important, significant, the most prominent of the conversation was that which relates to the statement that Donald Trump made during his press conference with the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, during which Donald Trump stated that the United States is going to take over Gaza, the United States is going to own Gaza, and that the United States is going to relocate the Palestinian people to either Egypt, Jordan, and so on, and that the United States is going to turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. Now, I want to state here that rewatching the press conference between Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump, Netanyahu, compared to both men, when you look at both men, Netanyahu looked the most confident. Trump looked less confident. I think the most confident part for Donald Trump in the press conference was when he stated that the United States is going to own, take over Gaza, relocate the Palestinian people, and so on, and turn Gaza into the Riviera of the Middle East. Other than that, Donald Trump looked like he is bothered. In fact, during the conference when both Netanyahu and Donald Trump were sitting in the Oval Office, Donald Trump did not look happy. He looked like a child who was very worried because his parents are going to kill him. He is in trouble because he had done something terrible. Maybe this child, if it's a girl, had gotten pregnant, or this child, if it's a boy, had gotten into a serious trouble in school, or has failed all of his classes. So he is worried because his parents are going to kill him. They're going to turn him off. They're going to cut him out, cut him off completely from whatever privileges and benefits they usually give him. Now, let's bring it back to the recent reality event, press conference between Donald Trump and King Abdullah of Jordan. One thing that I would say is when Donald Trump shake hands with dignitaries and important people, he got this thing where he just pulled and pushed them, shaking their hand very tough, roughly. If you can reflect Donald Trump in the past, he had never done that. I think it is something that he developed as a means to look strong and intimidating. But it's another way that he will shake their hands. So one palm is open, the hand of, or one hand is open, the hand of the dignitary or the leader, heads of states that he is greeting is in that palm that is open, and then the other palm on top, and then he's tapping it like some kind of kid. I think that is humiliating. And what is interesting, though, I did not see Donald Trump. I think he did meet. He met Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth of the UK, of Britain. He did not do that, but he did that. He does that to other leaders, and he did it to King Abdullah, and you can tell that King Abdullah was uncomfortable. And this Donald Trump actually did it to Shinzo Abe of Japan when he came during Trump's first presidency, when he visited the United States. Trump did that to Shinzo Abe, the late Shinzo Abe of Japan. And he was uncomfortable to the point where he was rolling his eyes. It was one of those moments that got the media like, what the heck is happening? But this is actually interesting. What Donald Trump did was an insult to the Middle East, to King Abdullah and Jordan, basically saying, fuck off, you don't mean anything, you're not important, you are not strong. It is a very clear case of power, prestige, might, or at least too much power, too much prestige, and too much might. Now, in terms, guys, in terms of what he did, it is an example of what Western media will do to African leaders when they interview African leaders. Western media personnel, okay, figure, they will humiliate African heads of state when they interview them. And to that, my question is, why go into these interviews and let them humiliate, disrespect you? But it's kind of like what Trump did to King Abdullah. But also in the face of King Abdullah, Trump doubled down, okay? Stating that we are going to own Gaza, we are going to take over Gaza, we are going to relocate the Palestinian people. Now, King Abdullah spoke diplomatically, but I think in geopolitics, given what has transpired in the Middle East, I think King Abdullah was not important. He did not make any strong move. He did not look strong to Donald Trump. I think he looked very soft and weak. News had come out that the Saudis are refusing to meet Donald Trump. But in the future, I believe that any heads of state from the Middle East who meet Donald Trump are not going to allow Donald Trump to shake their hand the way he did with King Abdullah and others in the past. And they are going to be very tough and forceful as they speak to Donald Trump. But again, Donald Trump just disrespected the king of Jordan, King Abdullah, and basically just stated that the United States is going to take over, is going to own, and the United States is going to relocate, okay, the Palestinians, okay, from Gaza. Now, friends, please tell me what you think, and I really want to know what you think. But friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends. But most especially and most importantly, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace.